Testament that tell you to stone a girl or a woman who's not a virgin on her wedding night, take her to her father's doorstep and stone her to death, right? And where you find...
We can probably agree that those are wrong. So
yeah,
there's another point of agreement.
But you don't have to read the book to the end to know that it's wrong. I mean, you can get that from the paragraph.
Yeah, but that isn't what I said. I didn't say you had to read to the end of the book to know that it's wrong. I said that you needed to read to the end of the book to contextualize those statements within the whole. I didn't say that you needed to
there's no exculpatory context to those kinds of statements, and that's a problem.
Well, there is in the Old Testament. There's a real tension, and this is, I think, the tension that would be of interest to you. Is there's a tension between the dogmatic and the prophetic traditions. And I think to the degree that you're interested in religious phenomenology, you find yourself on the side of the prophetic tradition. And the prophetic tradition has implicitly in it, what would you call, an implicit damnation of those cruelly dogmatic rules. You see that emerge all the time in the prophetic tradition.
Arguably in Christianity. I think.
No, in Judaism, it's clearly there in the Old Testament with the distinction between the.
I was going once again to Islam, but every prophetic, the notion of prophecy is dangerous and worth worrying about. I mean, the idea that any ancient book contains in it a perfect description of rightly interpreted, however difficult to interpret it. If you're only smart enough, you could extract from this text a perfect window onto the future, right? And that whole generations of people have lived by the lights of this cockamamie idea, right? That the world is going to end, and its ending is going to be glorious, right? This is at the center of most eschatologies. It's just that when the wheels come off totally, right? That's on some levels the best thing that's ever going to happen, because it's showing you that in this case Jesus is going to come back and throw the sinners into a lake of fire. And I've read to the end of the book. It's pretty scary at the end as well. I mean, Revelation is
no kidding. Well, that's a really good objection. But like when I did my lectures on the Bible